And what would you say are the challenges you've encountered so far, specifically as a woman in the business, as a woman doing this work and providing employment for other people, and at the same time trying to, you know, bring out a really good product to people? What challenges have you encountered?
My first challenge, and especially with the tea, was my age.
Mm.
Getting to convince the farmers to just, or the factory owners to just open up the doors, because they were not getting what,
They didn't understand where you were coming from.
They did not, and they were not seeing how possible it would be to take tea and convert it into a cosmetic. They were not open-minded. So I remember in the beginning, just to get someone to even supply me with tea was difficult. I literally had to go with my mom and my uncle to one of the farms. They opened up the door. I got research, managed to work with one of their scientists who came up with the initial scientific report on purple tea way back in 2008. So I touched base with her. We came up with a report that I could marry with cosmetics, but initially my age presented an issue.
Yeah.
Yes.
For saying you're too young to be doing this seriously.
You're just jumpy, you're just excited, it will fizzle out in a year. Yeah, like that. But from there, the product has opened many doors for itself and by itself. Yeah.
Tell us about that. Tell us now about the flip side of the challenges. What victories have you had when it comes to purple tea and the products of purple tea?
So we were recognized. One of our wins, our biggest wins, was we were recognized, or rather our formulations were recognized in Dubai, whereby we were invited and we had our launch. We've had markets open in Europe, UK specifically. Our products have been featured in a number of media prints because no one else is doing this.
Doing what you're doing.
Yeah, 2019 to date, no one else is brave enough to take that step. And those are some of the things I consider wins. Yeah.
And you are the first to do this, especially experiment with purple tea in Kenya, and let's dare say the rest of the world, because purple tea is exclusive to Kenya. So now, have you had fears about people trying to replicate what you're doing, and how do you protect your brand from people who'd want to take advantage of, you know, they've bought your products, they go figure out how to replicate this and do it on their own?
I actually do not have fears around that. In fact, I welcome it. Why? If many of us do this, then we're able to put Kenya on the map as it should be. Because we're known for consumables, the tea, the coffee.
Yes.
So we're not known for beauty. Yet we have, I would say, the best ingredients in Africa, in Kenya. So I welcome anyone who's willing to try to play in the tea space.
Yeah.
Though what I would say is, when it comes to formulations, we've trademarked our formulations, our AP and all that. But yeah, I would not limit anyone. I'd actually welcome anyone who'd be interested in helping us push it further.
Awesome.
Yeah, we go further together.
Yeah. And let's now talk about competition. What competition have you encountered? I wouldn't say much because it's purple tea, but when it comes to cosmetics and the products you're putting out, what would you say has been your biggest competition?
Imports. There are pain on the side,
And is it because they're cheaper?
They're cheaper, the marketing budgets are bigger, they're presented well. So whereas we might have all the best ingredients in Africa, our marketing budgets are limited. Our, what I'd say, our technology is a bit far behind. So they beat us when it comes to that. Our taxes are higher.
So it's a challenge.
It's a bit of a challenge. So of course the consumer will always go for that cheaper item that's majorly marketed